What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most popular, yet most misused, machines in the entire gym. The leg extension. If your goal is to build massive, well-defined quads, then you absolutely need to stop just mindlessly repping these out. I see it all the time, people swinging the weight, using momentum, and just going through the motions. That approach isn't just ineffective. It's a fast track to knee discomfort and zero growth. So, let's break down how to turn this machine into a quad building powerhouse. First, let's understand what the leg extension actually does. It's an isolation exercise, meaning it specifically targets the quadriceps muscles on the front of your thigh. The quads are made up of 4 heads: the rectus, femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and vastus. A proper leg extension hits all 4. But the rectus, which crosses both the hip and knee joint, gets a unique and powerful stimulus here that you can't get from squats or leg presses. That's why this machine is so valuable when used correctly. So, where do most people go wrong? The number one mistake is ego lifting. They load up the stack with a weight they can't control, and then they have to kick and swing their legs just to move it. All that momentum takes the tension right off the quads. Remember, your muscles don't know how much weight is on the stack. They only know tension. Our goal is to maximize that tension. The second biggest mistake is partial range of motion. People either do UNT extend all the way to the top, or they drop the weight down too quickly, completely skipping the most important part of the movement, the eccentric, or the negative. The eccentric phase is where a huge amount of muscle damage and subsequent growth occurs. If you're just letting the weight crash down, you're throwing away half of your gains. So let's fix it. Here's your new protocol for perfect leg extensions. Step 1. Set up properly. Adjust the back pads so your knees are aligned perfectly with the machine's pivot point. This is crucial for protecting your knee joint. Your shins should be against a leg pad, but not so low that it puts pressure on your ankles. Grab the handles on the side of the seat. This isn't just for comfort. It's to lock your upper body in place and prevent you from using your hips to cheat. Step 2. Choose the right weight. I want you to pick a weight that you can perform for 12 to 15 reps with impeccable form. This should feel challenging, but controllably. If you can't complete a full rep without swinging, the weight is too heavy. Drop. There you go. We're here to build muscle, not impress the person next to us. Now for the execution, this is where the magic happens. I want you to think of a 3-part tempo. Part 1 is the concentric, or 2I app. I want you to extend your legs powerfully, but under full control. Imagine you're squeezing your quads as hard as you can to lift the weight. The movement should take about 1 to 2 seconds. Part 2 is the peak contraction. This is the game. At the very top of the movement, when your legs are fully extended, I want you to pause and squeeze your quads for a full 2 seconds. Squeeze them like you're trying to make a diamond. Flex them as hard as humanly possible. This creates an insane amount of metabolic stress and blood flow, which is exactly what we want for hypertrophy. Your quads should be screaming at this point. Don't worry about what your face looks like. Just squeeze. Part 3 is the controlled eccentric. After that 2-second squeeze, you are going to lower the weight slowly. I want a 3 to 4 second negative. Fight the gravity on the way down. Feel the stretch in your quads as the muscle fibers are lengthening under tension. Don't let the weight stack touch down between reps. Maintain constant tension on the muscle throughout the entire set. As soon as you reach the bottom, you go straight into the next rep, no rest. Let's put it all together. It's a 1 to 2 second controlled lift, a 2-second hard squeeze at the top, and a 3 to 4 second slow negative. On the way down, if you do 12 reps with this tempo, it's going to feel completely different. The burn will be on another level. This is what stimulating muscle growth actually feels like. Now, where should you place leg extensions in your workout? You have 2 great options. You can use them as a pre-exhaust exercise, doing them at the start of your leg day, before your big compound lifts, like squats or leg presses, will pump your quads full of blood and fatigue them. This forces them to work even harder during your compound movements and helps establish a strong mind-muscle connection. You won't need to go as heavy on your squats, which can also be a good thing for your joints. Alternatively, you can use them as a finisher. At the end of your workout, when your quads are already tired from the heavy lifting. A few high-rep sets of these controlled leg extensions will completely annihilate any remaining muscle fibers. This is a fantastic way to push past your limits and ensure you've given your quads the maximum possible stimulus for growth. I personally love using them as a finisher with a drop set. Do a set to failure with the tempo we discussed. Immediately drop the weight by about 20 to 30% and go to failure again. The pump is absolutely unreal. Let's talk about foot position. You can actually bias different parts of the quad by slightly altering your foot position. Pointing your toes straight ahead gives you a balanced focus on the entire muscle. If you point your toes slightly inward, you can put a little more emphasis on the vastus lateralis, the outer sweep of your quad. If you point your toes slightly outward, you can target the vastus medialis, the teardrop muscle near your knee, a bit more. I wouldn't overthink this, especially when you're starting out. Mastering the standard toes forward position is the priority, but once you're advanced, it can be a useful tool for bringing up specific parts of your quad development. One final pro tip. Try single leg extensions. Doing one leg at a time allows you to focus even more intensely on the working muscle and can help correct any strength imbalances you might have between your left and right leg. The mind-muscle connection is often much stronger when you're working unilaterally. Apply the same tempo control up. Squeeze at the top. Slow on the way down. So, to recap, stop swinging the weight. Choose a weight you can control. Align your knees with the pivot point. Lock yourself in with the handles. Squeeze for 2 full seconds at the top of every single rep. Control the negative for at least 3 seconds. Place them either at the beginning or the end of your workout for maximum effect. If you follow these steps, the burn is real, but the results are worth it. I'll see you in the next one.